Think you know America? Think again. Behind the fast food, fireworks, and freedom chants, there's a side of the USA that's so bizarre, so mind-blowing, you'll be questioning if you accidentally wandered into a sci-fi movie. In this video, I'm exposing jaw-dropping facts about America that sound like bad movie plots, but are 100% real. From towns named Nothing, to towns where it's illegal to die, to wars started by a pig, to the time the Americans accidentally nuked themselves, this video will make you question everything you learned in history class. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll either want to move here immediately, or at least plan a road trip through Area 51, trust me. You won't believe number 7. Now, let's get into it. Fact 1. Whittier, Alaska, the town inside a building. Alright, fact number 1, and hold on to your hats, folks, because we're starting off weird and wonderful, Whittier, Alaska. You might have heard it's a tiny town where almost everyone lives in just one building, but oh no, it gets even crazier. The building, called Baggage Towers, isn't just a massive apartment complex. It's basically an entire city stacked vertically. We're talking the police station, the post office, a church, a school, a grocery store, and yep, the actual homes where most of the 200 or so residents live, all under the same giant roof. It's like someone looked at SimCity and said, yeah, but what if we just did it all in one building and called it a day? And get this, during those brutal Alaskan winters, when the winds are howling and the snow's piling up faster than bad Wi-Fi on a Zoom call, you barely even need to step outside. You could literally live your whole life, go to school, pick up your mail, file a police report, grab some eggs, without ever setting foot into the frozen tundra. It's like living in a real-life snow globe. Only, you know, with actual responsibilities. Honestly, part of me thinks it sounds cozy. The other part? Mildly terrifying. Imagine bumping into your math teacher, your neighbor, and the police chief all in the same elevator. Fact 2. The USA has no official language. English might be everywhere, but did you know the United States used to not have an official national language? That's right. Despite what Facebook Uncle Bob says, the United States used to not have an official language. None. Zilch. Nada. But on March 1st, 2025, English became the official language of the United States. Before, we all know English is common, but legally. Congress shrugged and said, hey, speak whatever. And before March 1st, 2025, there have been over 70 failed attempts to make English official. Meanwhile, New York City alone has 800 plus languages flying around. It's basically Earth's ultimate group chat. Fact 3. There's a town in America that changed its name to Dish for free cable TV. Imagine loving TV so much you'd rename your entire town for it. Well, that's exactly what the residents of Clark, Texas did in 2005. In exchange for free satellite television service for 10 years, the town of Clark legally changed its name to Dish, Texas, after the satellite TV company Dish Network. The entire town had fewer than 201 residents at the time. After a unanimous city council vote, the new name was official, and everyone got their free dish service installed. Residents reported mixed feelings about the deal. Some loved the free TV, while others thought it made the town a corporate sellout. But either way, Dish, Texas is still on the map today. Honestly, if Netflix offered me free streaming for life, I might consider renaming my house too. Fact 4. 40% of Americans have never left the country. Travel bug? Nah, not for everybody. Believe it or not, around 40% of Americans have never even owned a passport, let alone hopped on a plane to another country. For a lot of people, world travel just means visiting the next state over. Maybe trying a new flavor of Doritos. And hey, can you really blame them? The US is so big, you can find snowy mountains, tropical beaches, deserts, forests, sometimes all in one road trip. Still, it's wild to think that a huge chunk of Americans have never sipped espresso in Italy, gotten sunburned in Mexico, or gotten lost in Tokyo. Home sweet home? More like home sweeter, never leaving. Fact 5. Americans eat about 50 billion burgers a year. Ready for a whopper of a fact? Americans chow down on about 50 billion burgers every single year. That's like 3 burgers per person per week, rain or shine, happy or sad, summer barbecue or Tuesday lunch crisis. At this point, it's safe to say the cheeseburger is practically a national symbol, right up there with bald eagles and fireworks. In fact, if burgers could vote, we might have had a cheeseburger president by now. The land of the free, and very much the home of the double bacon cheeseburger, extra pickles, please. Fact 6. Slab City, the last free place in America. And now we are officially venturing into the truly untamed frontier. Welcome to Slab City, California. A place so far off the grid, it's basically off the map in terms of anything resembling traditional society. Slab City sits on the crumbling remains of an old Marine Corps barracks, way out in the Sonoran Desert. And here's the kicker: no running water, no electricity, no sewer system, and no taxes. And definitely, no annoying HOA meetings about the color of your mailbox. Freedom. The people who live there, artists, nomads, retirees, free spirits, and those just looking to disappear for a while, have created a fascinating and sometimes wild experiment in radical self-reliance. You want to build a house out of old tires and duct tape? Go for it. You want to paint your RV neon pink and call yourself mayor of Slabtopia? No one's stopping you. In fact, one of its landmarks, Salvation Mountain, is this massive, colorful art piece made entirely by hand and love, and probably a whole lot of elbow grease and questionable construction techniques. Living here is basically like a real-life mashup of Mad Max and Burning Man, only there's no ticket, no end date, and definitely no food trucks handing out $18 organic smoothies. It's dusty, it's rugged, it's beautiful in its own weird way. And for the people who call it home, Slab City isn't just a place. It's a philosophy live free or fry trying. Fact number 7, and this one's about our furry best friends. Believe it or not, there are actually more pet dogs in the United States than people in some countries. No joke. Estimates say there are around 90 million pet dogs in America. That's right, 90 million dogs. It's almost like every household said, yeah, I'll take one dog, actually make it 3, and throw in a pug for good measure. America isn't just a nation of freedom lovers. It's a nation of tail waggers, belly rubs, and doggy birthday parties. Yes, that's a real thing. Honestly, if dogs could vote, we'd probably have President Golden Retriever and Vice President Labrador by now. But it's safe to say the real power in America, it's held by the good boys and girls. And honestly, they're probably doing a better job. Fact 8, the tornado capital of the world. Hold on to your hats, literally, because this one's about to get a little explosive. The United States experiences more tornadoes per year than any other country on Earth by a mile. On average, over 1,200 tornadoes touch down across America every year. Yep, 1,200 swirling funnels of chaos tearing across the land like Mother Nature's angry finger swirling a giant smoothie. And no, it's not just some random thing. There's actually an area called Tornado Alley. It stretches across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota. Basically the VIP section for twisters. There, it's not a matter of if a tornado will happen, it's when. People in Tornado Alley are so used to it that during tornado warnings, some folks literally go, should I hide in the basement or just finish watching this football game? Meanwhile, newcomers are freaking out trying to decide which closet will be their safe room. And if you're wondering why America gets so many, it's all thanks to the country's perfect storm recipe. Warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico meets cold, dry air from Canada, and boom, nature's blender turns on. So yeah, if you're planning a trip to Tornado Alley, maybe pack an extra helmet and a sense of humor. Alright, let's head to Montana, where cows seriously outnumber people. The state has about 1.1 million people, but over 2.6 million cows roaming around. That's more than 2 cows for every person. And in some counties, like Liberty County, it's even crazier, 35 cows per person. If cows ever learn how to vote, Montana's elections would get real interesting. Also, beef is a huge part of the economy too, over $1.7 billion a year. That's enough to buy every person in Montana a brand new iPhone every single year. And the ranches? Massive. The average one is over 2,500 acres. That's like 2,000 football fields stacked together. I'm not saying we should fear a cow uprising, but if you see a suspicious meeting of cows in Montana, maybe just keep driving. Fact 10. America loves books more than Big Macs. Believe it or not, America has more public libraries than McDonald's. There are about 16,500 libraries compared to around 13,400 McDonald's. That's over 3,000 more places to borrow a book than to grab a Big Mac. And if you count school libraries too, libraries outnumber McDonald's 8-1. Libraries aren't just about books. They offer free internet, job help, and a place to hang out, especially in small towns. So next time someone says people don't read anymore, just remember, libraries still outnumber burger joints. Americans just don't supersize their library cards. And there you have it, folks. The history of the U.S. is full of bizarre, unbelievable moments. Who knew that the land of the free was also the land of the weird? But hey, don't stop here. The next time you think you've heard it all, just remember, the history books have a lot more strange stories up their sleeves. If you loved these jaw-dropping facts, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep exploring the weird and wonderful world of U.S. history with us. Until next time, stay curious, and keep questioning everything. You never know what you'll discover next.